right, let's begin with what happened in Parliament today. The Defence Minister Rajnath Singh took to the floor and delivered a very strong message to China. For the first time, the Defence Minister looked combative, he looked confident, and he said that India is not going to shy off from conflict if it's pushed to, even though it wants peace. Rajnath Singh today got up on the floor of the Rajya Sabha speaking, taking the dragon by its head, saying India is committed to peace but is ready for battle. During his speech, a visibly disgusted defence minister said his tone remained in fact combative, and he said that at all points Indian army did its best, was on top. Defence Minister also exposed China's dual tongue. In the Parliament, Rajnath said that Chinese continue to transgress even as talks between both nations are underway.
हम इस मुद्दे को शांतिपूर्ण ढंग से हल करना चाहते हैं और हम चाहते हैं कि चीनी पक्ष हमारे साथ मिलकर काम करे। वहीं हमने अध्यक्ष महोदय यह भी स्पष्ट कर दिया कि हम भारत की सॉवरेनिटी और टेरिटोरियल इंटीग्रिटी की रक्षा के लिए पूरी तरह से डिटरमिन्ड हैं। हालांकि इस वर्ष की स्थिति, चाहे वो ट्रूप्स की स्केल ऑफ इन्वॉल्वमेंट हो या फ्रिक्शन पॉइंट्स की संख्या हो, वह पहले से बहुत अलग है। फिर भी हम मौजूदा स्थिति के शांतिपूर्ण समाधान के लिए पूरी तरह से कमिटेड हैं। इसके साथ साथ मैं सदन को आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि हम सभी परिस्थितियों से निपटने के लिए भी तैयार हैं। इस पूरी अवधि के दौरान हमारे बहादुर जवानों ने जहां संयम की जरूरत थी वहां संयम रखा तथा जहां शौर्य की जरूरत थी वहां शौर्य प्रदर्शित किया है। अध्यक्ष महोदय, हमारे बहादुर जवान अत्यंत मुश्किल परिस्थितियों में अपने अथक प्रयास से समस्त देशवासियों को सुरक्षित रख रहे हैं। एलएसी के ऊपर फ्रिक्शन बढ़ता हुआ देखकर दोनों तरफ के सैन्य कमांडरों ने 6 जून 2020 को मीटिंग की तथा इस बात पर सहमत बनी कि रेसिप्रोकल एक्शंस के द्वारा डिसएंगेजमेंट किया जाए। दोनों पक्ष इस बात पर भी सहमत हुए कि एलएसी को माना जाएगा तथा कोई ऐसी कार्रवाई नहीं की जाएगी जिससे स्टेटस को बदले। वर्ष 1993 और 1996 के समझौते में इस बात का जिक्र है कि एलएसी के पास दोनों देश अपनी सेनाओं की संख्या कम से कम रखेंगे। समझौते में यह भी है कि जब तक बाउंड्री इश्यूज का पूर्ण समाधान नहीं होता है तब तक एलएसी को स्ट्रिक्टली रेस्पेक्ट और एडहेर किया जाएगा और उसका उल्लंघन किसी भी सूरत में नहीं किया जाएगा।
All right. Meanwhile, the Congress, of course, staged a walkout while the Defence Minister was speaking. They said that the government speaking in two voices. At one end, the Prime Minister says that nobody entered India territory, especially the Chinese. On the other hand, you have the Defence Minister who's gone ahead and said that the Chinese tried to change status quo. But the big takeaways, let's take you through the big takeaways right now in the Defence Minister's speech. China provocating and creating friction points is what the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh began with. Then he touched upon the fact that China provoked even as talks were on. That was the second point that Rajnath Singh, the Defence Minister, made today. The third point he made was that China increasing build-up of troops and weapons just at the LAC during the time when we are going to hit possibly a winter of discontent. Then that friction points in North and South Pangong continue to remain, and India counter deployment to thwart China. All of these points made out by the Defence Minister today when he spoke in Parliament. Of course, like I said, the opposition staged a walkout sloganeering outside. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary spoke to the press. All right, with that, I'm going to quickly move on and get you the very latest on what else happened in Parliament. Jaya Bachchan stood up, and many said Bollywood finally found its spine in Jaya Bachchan today because she took on the likes of Kangana Ranaut, she took on the likes of Ravi Kishan 2 days ago. Ravi Kishan on the floor of the Parliament had seemed to suggest that the Bollywood, that the industry was rampant with drug abuse and needed a clean-up. Kangana Ranaut has said it many times over. Listen in to what Jaya Bachchan said today.
People People who have made their name in this film industry have called it a gutter, and I hope the government tells these people who have made their earning, name and fame in this industry to stop using such language. Just because there are few people, you cannot tarnish the image of the entire industry.
The battle of Bollywood resonates in Parliament. Jaya Bachchan lashed out at what she described as a vilification campaign against the Hindi film industry that provides jobs and livelihoods to thousands. Her outburst came after fellow MP Ravi Kishan claimed Bollywood had become a drug den in an earlier speech.
हम सब जानते हैं कि हमारे देश में ड्रग ट्रैफिकिंग, ड्रग एडिक्शन की समस्या बढ़ती जा रही है। हानिकारक दवाओं के सेवन के माध्यम से देश की युवा पीढ़ी को बर्बाद करने की साजिश रची जा रही है। मुझे दुख के साथ कहना पड़ रहा है कि इस साजिश में हमारे पड़ोसी मुल्कों का हाथ है। प्रतिवर्ष चीन और पाकिस्तान के रास्ते देश में भारी मात्रा में नशे की दवाइयों की तस्करी होती है, मंगाई जाती है, पंजाब के रास्ते, नेपाल के रास्ते। और नशे की दवाइयां हमारी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में भी इसके एडिक्शन करवा दी। तो मैं आपके माध्यम से केंद्र सरकार से आग्रह करता हूं, अपनी सरकार से, जो हिसाब से आज हम लोग एकदम इनको चारों तरफ पकड़ रहे हैं, तो ये सख्त कार्रवाई की जाए, दोषियों को जल्द पकड़ा जाए, उन्हें उचित सजा दी जाए।
People who have made their name in this film industry have called it a gutter, and I hope the government tells these people who have made their earning, name and fame in this industry to stop using such language. I was really embarrassed and ashamed that yesterday one of our members in the Lok Sabha spoke, who is from the industry, against, I'm not taking a name, against the film industry.
Jaya's comments instantly sparked a debate, exposing the big divide within Bollywood. Actor Kangana Ranaut launched a no-holds-barred attack on the veteran actor and Samajwadi Party MP. She asked Jaya if she would have reacted the same way if her daughter Shweta was drugged and molested. Jaya found support from filmmaker Anubhav Sinha, actor Taapsee Pannu, Sonam Kapoor and Farhan Akhtar for showing courage. The political class is divided too.
जो हमारे पे आरोप कर रहे हैं या इंडस्ट्री पे आरोप कर रहे हैं, जो एक बकवास चल रही है, सबको बदनाम करने की, राज्य को बदनाम करने की, देश को बदनाम करने की, एक मनोरंजन इंडस्ट्री को बदनाम करने की एक साजिश जो चल रही है, वो सबकी अगर डोपिंग टेस्ट कर ले तो मुझे लगता है बहुत कुछ बाहर आ जाएगा।
एक इतनी बड़ी सोची समझी साजिशन की लार्जेस्ट फिल्म इंडस्ट्री इन द वर्ल्ड, उसको प्लान करके कोई खत्म करना चाह रहा है। तो अगर हम ये आवाज उठा रहे हैं तो मैं चाहता था कि मेरे सीनियर्स, उनकी पार्टी अलग है, देखिए उनकी विचारधारा अलग है। मेरी पार्टी भारतीय जनता पार्टी, हमारी विचारधारा है गंदगी को देश से साफ करना, और उस सफाई कितनी हो रही है पूरा विश्व देख रहा है। तो ये ड्रग्स की भी सफाई होगी।
The top investigating agencies probing the death of Sushant Singh Rajput are also looking into allegations of drug abuse in Bollywood. As charges and counter-charges continue, it is Tinseltown's image which is taking a beating. With Paulami Saha and Pia Hingurani, Bureau Report, India Today.
Didn't it all start with the Sushant Singh death probe, which went into the drug probe, and now, of course, the spotlight on Bollywood? Let's get you the latest in the Sushant Singh death, now drug probe. The latest that we've got is that at the Pavna Dam, where Sushant Singh Rajput had his farmhouse, a boatman has come out and given his record, and he's recorded his statement with the NCB, where we have accessed the statement where the boatman claims to have ferried Bollywood actors like Sara Ali Khan, Shraddha Kapoor and Rhea Chakrabarti along with Sushant to his Pavna Island farmhouse. He said that all of them came separately with Sushant, not together. The boatman Jagdeep added that Sushant and his friends used to consume alcohol, smoke marijuana and did do other drugs while partying near Pavna Lake. India Today had yesterday only accessed images of hookahs and bombs at Sushant's farmhouse.
इस वक्त मैं पवना डैम के एक टापू पर मौजूद हूं और इसी टापू पर अक्सर सुशांत सिंह राजपूत अपने दोस्तों के साथ पार्टी करने समय बिताने आया करते थे। दरअसल नारकोटिक्स कंट्रोल ब्यूरो की टीम ने जब ड्रग्स एंगल पर जांच करनी शुरू की तो सबसे पहले सुशांत के फार्म हाउस पर गई। वहां पर छानबीन की तो सुराग मिला कि सुशांत सिंह राजपूत एक आइलैंड पर पार्टी करने के लिए जाते थे। सुशांत सिंह राजपूत के इस पार्टी वाले खुलासे के बाद नारकोटिक्स कंट्रोल ब्यूरो की टीम पवना डैम के इस आइलैंड पर पहुंची तो एक बोटमैन मिला। बोटमैन से जब नारकोटिक्स कंट्रोल ब्यूरो ने छानबीन की तो पता चला कि सुशांत सिंह राजपूत रिया चक्रवर्ती के साथ घंटों इस आइलैंड पे आते थे। लेकिन जो सबसे बड़ा खुलासा किया है बोटमैन ने वो ये कि सारा अली खान भी 4-5 बार आ चुकी हैं, श्रद्धा कपूर भी यहाँ पर आ चुकी हैं। उससे भी बड़ा खुलासा ये किया है कि इस आइलैंड पे सुशांत के साथ दीपेश सावंत, सैमुअल मिरांडा, रिया चक्रवर्ती के भाई शोभिक, ड्रग पेडलर जैद वो भी आ चुका है और इस आइलैंड पर जमकर पार्टी होती थी, शराब चलता था और शराब के अलावा मैरुआना यानी गांजा चलता था। इस खुलासे के बाद नारकोटिक्स कंट्रोल ब्यूरो ने बोटमैन का बयान दर्ज किया है। उस बोटमैन का बयान आज तक के पास भी मौजूद है। अब सुशांत के फार्म हाउस और इस आइलैंड में पार्टी में शामिल होने वाले तमाम लोगों पर नारकोटिक्स कंट्रोल ब्यूरो की नजर है। कैमरामैन संजय के साथ अरविंद ओझा।
Meanwhile, the sandalwood drug scandal is only getting murkier. The latest is that the crime branch has now summoned two actor couples, Diganta and Adrita. Now, they will appear before the crime branch tomorrow at 11 a.m. Both the actors will be questioned over suspected drug links to the sandalwood industry, is what we are getting to know. They're not the first. There's a whole list of actors who are right now somewhere down the line being aligned with what is taking place in Karnataka. Meanwhile, Aditya Alva, who's the brother-in-law of actor Vivek Alva and son of former Karnataka minister Jeev Raj Alva, has been raided. He's one of the accused in the case and has been absconding. The two top Kannada actors, Ragini Divedi and Sanjana Galrani, continue to be in custody. Ragini has been sent to 14-day judicial custody till 28th September. She was seen in tears as she was entering the Bengaluru Central Jail yesterday. Well, every now and then it blows up. Language wars. Once again, it's Hindi versus other regions, especially the South. And this has come after Amit Shah, the Home Minister, on the day of Hindi Divas stated that Hindi is, as a language, is a unifier. Shah asked citizens to work towards preserving and promoting the language. DMK President M.K. Stalin, meanwhile, hit back, stating that the language is spoken only in a few select states and that it is divisive. Congress MP Karti Chidambaram and actor Prakash Raj also tweeted against what they said was Hindi imposition. Former Home Minister P. Chidambaram reminded Tamil Nadu's 2,600-year-old culture. Pro-Kannada activists also jumped in. All of this even as a T-shirt campaign has gone viral in Kannada, where top Kannada actors like Prakash Raj, Dhananjay wore symbolic T-shirts opposing Hindi. Let's listen in to my colleague Akshata speaking into Karti Chidambaram.
Karti, what do you make of what Mr. Amit Shah said on Hindi Divas, that Hindi is a unifier in the country?
See, Hindi is definitely not a unifier in this country. Hindi is definitely not the national language. And this issue is not necessarily an Hindi versus Tamil issue. It is about accepting the regional differences and allowing states to function within their identity and to keep and to preserve their identity. This debate has been raging in Tamil Nadu for over 50 years. And the politics of Tamil Nadu has in fact been formed and shaped because of this attempt by the central government. I know the central government at that time could have been the Congress government, the attempt by the central government to impose Hindi in Tamil Nadu. And again, the BJP has got much more sinister designs. And it's not just one language. Eventually, they want to make this country into a one language, one religion, one kind of identity country. And this is just a first step towards that. And secondly, Hindi is not an aspirational language for the people of Tamil Nadu. It is not. English is the aspirational language of the people of Tamil Nadu. So why are you forcing a three-language formula when a two-language formula works very well within Tamil Nadu and it's been working well for the last 50 years? Why this new thrust right now? It's only part of this larger design of this Hindi-Hindustan design of the BJP.
All right, let's just quickly shift focus to another controversy that's blowing up right before elections in the United States of America. Donald Trump, the president of America, has been caught on the wrong foot of global warming after claiming that global warming will go away and science doesn't know about it. Trump was responding to a California environmental official who challenged that the U.S. president to believe and follow the science on climate change. The massive wildfires of California have once again shifted the focus on climate change. According to the U.S. media, at least 33 people have died and more than 3.3 million acres of land has burnt off.
It'll start getting cooler. You just watch.
I wish science agreed with you.
Hey, well, I don't think science knows, actually. It'll start getting cooler. You just watch.
I wish science agreed with you.
Hey, well, I don't think science knows, actually.
All right, that's another Trumpism, if one can call it. With that, slipping into a quick break. To stay with us. When I return, on the other side, we're going to get you a fact check, which we do all the time when bust certain claims masquerading to be facts on social media.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.